All right, let's take a look at this example. Oh, this is example 2. Okay. So again, we've got this equation here, so we're going to solve it. We're going to move everything to one side and set it equal to 0. So I'm going to subtract 16x squared from both sides. That's going to give me 2x to the 5th minus 16x squared is equal to 0. Now, immediately I'm going to factor out the greatest common factor. There's a greatest common factor here, which is 2x squared. So I'm going to factor out a 2x squared. So that's going to give me 2x squared times x to the 3rd minus 8 is equal to 0. Okay. Now, immediately I notice that this is a difference of 2 cubes. So remember, you have to know that the form of the factored form of a difference of 2 cubes. Okay. So I'll show you that right now. So it's going to be 2x squared. Then we're going to end up with x minus 8. Okay. And then we get x squared minus 2x, right? Because what we do is we take the a and the b. So the a here is 1, and here the b here, whatever is b cubed, b would be 2, right? So it's 1 and 2. So we're going to end up with x, and 2. Oh, hold on a second. This should be 8. This should be 2. Yeah, sorry. So x minus 2, and then it's going to be x squared minus a b x, right? So it's just 1 times 2. So, and then plus 4. Okay. So remember the sign of the factors of 2, the difference of 2 cubes. Now here we could solve for this. The 2 doesn't matter. This here is x squared, so it's going to be x squared is equal to 0, or x minus 2 is equal to 0, or x squared minus 2x plus 4 is equal to 0. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on. That should be a plus. X cubed, 2x squared, 4x, negative 2x squared. That'll cancel with the 2x squared here. And we get negative 4x, which will cancel with the 4x here, and then we get negative. Okay, yeah, so this should be a plus. I just noticed that. Okay. Again, just got to remember the form. Okay, so now, oops, so that should be a plus. Okay. So now in this case here, now this is, we could solve this one and this one. Here we've got another trinomial, but if you notice, there are no factors of 4 that are going to add to 2. This is not going to be factorable, so we're going to have to use the quadratic formula for that case. Okay, so let's solve for this one. So this is just going to give us x is equal to 0, right? This is going to give us x is equal to 2. And then here we'll just do the quadratic formula. So x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And so in this case, a is 1, b is 2, and c is 4. So it's going to be negative 2 plus or minus 2 squared 4 minus 2 squared minus 4 times 1 times 4 all over 2 times 1. And so this is going to end up equaling negative 2 plus or minus the square root of what? 4 minus 16. Which is going to be negative 16 negative 12 over 2, which is going to give us negative 1 plus or minus, this is going to be, we're going to factor out a square root of 4 here. So it's going to give us a square root of 3i here over, yeah, that's it. So here, this negative 12, you could split into 4 times negative 3, and then split it into the square root of 4 times the square root of negative 3. And so the negative 4, the square root of 4 will become 2, which will cancel with this 2. So this negative 2 cancels with this 2 and becomes negative 1. So we get negative 1 plus or minus the square root of 3 times I. So just realize the I is outside the radical. And again, if you plug in the values 0, you get 0 equals 0, which is true. If you plug in 2, you get 2 to the 5th, right? 2 to the 5th times 2 is the same as 2 to the 6th. Over here, if you do 16, 16 is, 2 to the 4th, right? And if you plug in 2 here, you get 2 to the 2nd, and 2 to the 4th times 2 to the 2nd is 2 to the 6th. So you get the same thing on both sides. Okay? And likewise, if you plug in these values, it should work out. Okay? But again, do it for yourself for the practice.